Well, some people are calling it the summer of the Carpocalypse because of a shortage of rental cars along with skyrocketing costs. People with travel plans are being told you need to get creative. Craig Hirota is joining us this morning. He's from the Associated Canadian Car Rental Organization. Welcome to you. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
As you were walking in, we were just talking off camera. I went, yeah, I mean, first of all, this term Carpocalypse, it sounds very dire. But when we look at the situation with car rentals in this country right now, I understand inventory is what, 15 to 20% below normal levels. How did we get to this point?
A couple of reasons, really. The pandemic, slashed demand, so we had to cut our fleets to reduce costs. And when we tried to resupply, the supply chain issues affecting the manufacturers limited production. So we haven't been able to resupply to the extent that we normally would.
So companies had to sell cars during the pandemic.
Absolutely, yes.
And they had to sell a large number of vehicles.
Yeah, by most estimates, somewhere between 30 and 40% of fleets had to be sold. Airport travel virtually dropped to almost zero. I mean, essentially zero.
Yeah, and in this summer in particular, why is demand so high? Is it because we've all been cooped up and ready to go?
I think so. There's a lot of pent-up demand. We haven't been able to travel. They're just now starting to drop some of the restrictions on international travel, so we're probably going to see even more surges at the airport, more airport demand. But yeah, it's a lot of pent-up demand.
And what about people who are watching right now going, okay, I need a car, like where I go to my destination. Do you have any advice, any tips for people?
Yeah, there are still cars out there. You just have to search a little bit more diligently to find them. Make your reservation as usual, as early out as possible, but keep searching every day. Sometimes utilization can change on a daily basis at locations, so you might find better availability of the car you want. You might find a better price. You might find a location closer to where you're going that might be more useful.
I want to ask you about price because they're so limited in terms of inventory. Are we going to see prices quite high this summer?
I think they will be higher. There's a couple things affecting that. One, supply is limited, so demand is supporting the price, but the industry's cost structure has changed dramatically since the pandemic. Because we can't get new vehicles and we've had to make do with what we get, which is usually what the manufacturers will make available to us, which are often models we wouldn't normally purchase. They're contented differently. We're also purchasing nearly new used cars to supplement fleets. And the industry has largely not been able to follow their time-tested fleet management schedule of rotating cars every 6 to 18 months because we can't get new cars. So the cost structure in a lot of parts of our businesses has changed dramatically, and the cars are a lot more expensive as well.
That's for sure. So when are we going to see this get a little bit better? What's your expectation?
We're hoping 2023. It's kind of a two-factor issue. The manufacturers need to get up to full production, and then they need to allocate vehicles to the fleet customers, like the rental industry, so that we can purchase vehicles.
All right, Craig. Well, thank you for coming here today. I think it's a lot of people didn't even think about having this conversation with their family, getting ahead of the game, especially if you're planning your trip for the summer right now.
Great. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.